Hello YouTubers. Now this is the part 2 of my Freenas build, which I'm doing to increase my capacity on my PC, which is going to be a diskless configuration. Now this build is entirely for Freenas itself. Now the items you see in front of me, I actually bought these quite cheap. So the only ones actually the full price is actually due to thermotake coolers and also the two Silverstone cases, right, for the caddies for the hard drive. Now these two here, I will be making a review on the two items, Big Brother and the Little Brother. Well, not little, like middle age, more like not middle age, but you know what I mean. But anyway, this is going to be my build. So what we got here is actually a HP H33 RAID card running as 12 gigabit per port, and this is actually an 8 port configuration with an 8 port expander out to 24 hard drives running on 6 gig per second. Now this is actually being linked together, right? It's linked up to these caddies, right? As you know, we don't really need all these cables and clutter, and that's why I got these configuration. I actually got that for about £30 or $45 right, online on eBay. I got this from Hong Kong, got that for about $30, works about £25 plus shipping in the UK. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hard drives. Now these are enterprise hard drives, 2.5 inches. They're not actually laptops, they're actually enterprise hard drives running 6 gigabit per second. Now these, I got these quite cheap. These are actually brand new. They about £150 UK. Now they're about nearly $218. Now with these, I got these quite cheap. I got these £15 each, or to £30 each. It depends where you go on eBay. This here, I got this from Scan, from Bolton in the UK. Now these are extra holders for 2.5-inch hard drives. Now, if you run out of space, these use the PCI ports right on back the chassis, not the back of the chassis, but inside where the hard drives not generally go, but to replace the graphic card or any peripherals inside, they put additional hard drives on these plates. I'll show you them in a minute. I've got a 140mm 38 thick fan with Silverstone. Now Silverstones, they are a really good make, right, in all the products, and that's why I like to get their cases and also their products. Now for the cooler, right, I got actually a Thermotake 140mm coolers. I don't like using water cooler because it's overkill, but these ones I've been taking the fan off to replace them with these to make it much quieter. Static pressure is quite better for these kind of coolers. Now I got these caddies like I mentioned before. Now these are 2.5-inch bays, and when I mean 2.5-inch bays, I mean for these hard drives here. Now these fit in 3.5-inch bays on your case. On this one is 1, 2, 3 bay. It's actually a 3 bay configuration. So I use 3 slots. This one here is actually 2 slots and holds 8 hard drives, where this one holds 12 hard drives. Okay. Now all these will be going in this case here. Now this is a Silverstone case, Fortress, like I mentioned before. I'll show you that in a minute. Now this here, like I showed you on the previous model, on a video, this is my PF-Sense router. Now the guts in this, the hardware in this, is coming out of this and going in this case here. Now I explained why I'm doing this. It's a good reason why in a minute. But in here, it's actually the same configuration as my PC, or near about, once I open it. Okay. Really, just got this prepared, really. Here we go. Let's move this over here. Door's banging away. Right, there you go. Bit dull, but it works. Now, this is our dual motherboard, running the same configuration as my PC upstairs, and it's got 4 slots on each CPU. Okay, now this is my PF-Sense router. This will be coming out I forgot to mention, it's near Christmas. There you go. My Christmas present. For the kids, not for me. It's for my kids. Right. This one here is the Fortress. Now, here we go. I'll try and lift the lid. There you go. It's a 90 degrees case. Now, the reason why I chose this case, 2 reasons. Airflow. And don't forget, heat does rise. When heat rises, better airflow. There you go. Put that there a sec. Right, there you go. Now, these are actually 180mm fans, static pressure, but they'll be running on very low RPM. Okay. And now this is my new Freenas server. It's going to be. Okay. So if I turn this round, oh god, it's heavy. Aluminium case, part steel, part aluminium. Here we go. Did a bag. Oh, bag's full of goodies. Now, this one here, this case, Silverstone, the Fortress, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bays to accommodate these caddies we've got here. Okay. But also, in addition, on the side, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bays for hard drives. That's it's actually 3.5-inch caddies. Okay. It's a used case. I got it from a gentleman from Halifax. I think it's actually east of Manchester, not far from it. Okay. Now, these are PCI Express. Like I mentioned before, these actually fit in those brackets, hanging down. Oh, like so. Let's tell you what. Let's get one out. I'll show you. Oh, here you go. And we're not doing unboxing here. Here you go. Okay, so like a hard drive to show you. Here's one. Now this is the same hard drive. Like I said, there you go. Right, and that fit in the PCI slot there. So if all your hard drives fills up from the inside enclosure, these bays filled up, you can use these brackets in any PC case, and they will give you additional hard drive mounts. And that's what they are. Just only 2.5 inch. You can't get 5.5 inch, right? But it's generally too much weight and overkill. These are quite adequate. Okay. So this is part 2. This is part 2, right, of the setup I'm doing. The next one will be 2 of 2. Me setting up the pfSense router hardware. When that build is done, it'll be part 3. Thank you. Subscribe. Give us a thumbs up if you like this channel. Thanks. See you in the next channel. Bye now. Bye.